Welcome to Phenax Crank. As far as opening hand goes, we don't really have a lot of card draw, but we do have 2 lands and counterspell. Do we want to keep our... Yeah, I'm not super wild about this. Typically, you have some sort of card draw or tutor or one of our combo pieces. So let's go mulligan on this one. I'm not super wild about this opening hand. It's a fine hand. Ooh, there we go, Jace. That sounds good. And then Damnation. So we'll go and keep on this one. See what the scry is. Obnixilis. Let's go and put that on the bottom for right now. If we had something like Ancient Tomb in the hand, I'd be tempted to leave that on top, especially if we're going to get to some quick mana. But if we don't hit that mana, then Obnixilis will not do any good just sitting in our hand. So see what we're drawn to. Drawn to Trinket Mage. Let's go ahead and get down Polluted Delta. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and get the Executioner's Capsule down. I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's go and grab Underground Sea. You have that come into play. Let's go and get an Executioner's Capsule for 1 black mana, and then anything else, we'll kick it back over to our opponent. We're playing Phenax, God of Deception, or Phenax Crank, if you're keeping score at home. Indestructible Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then creatures you control have tapped. Target player puts the top X cards of their library into their graveyard, where X is this creature's toughness. The opponent's going to get down a Sunken Hollow, and then we draw into Dark Slick Shores. Let's go and get down Dark Slick Shores, and then anything else, no. Playing against Damia, Sage of Stone, so it should be a pretty fun matchup. Death Touch, skip your draw step at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have fewer than 7 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. So hopefully we can keep Damia off the battlefield, not let them untap with a ton of mana, or at least untap with only a few cards in the hand. They refuel their hand, get a lot of good stuff to go for. But yeah, as far as this deck goes, this is the Mind Crank combo. Now, it is mill. Playing Mind Crank combo is mill, and I'll kind of explain that in a second. Draw to Mystical Tutor. Let's go ahead and get down Drowned Catacomb. Now, what we can do is, with the fast mana being back in here, we can go for Trinket Mage, Phyrexian Metamorph, Jason Mind Sculptor. I think I like that a lot, actually. So let's go for Trinket Mage. That's really going to open us up on mana, and especially with Phyrexian Metamorph entering the battlefield as a copy of one of our artifacts. So let's go and do that. Let's go and grab Trinket Mage. We can grab Mana Crypt if we want to. Actually, we might be running into a counterspell right now. If they have it, so be it. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but let's see if they do have it. Okay, Trinket Mage will resolve. And we could go for Soul Ring. That does put us online for Jace next. Yeah, let's go and do that. If this is going to be a longer game, I would hate to lose out to something like a Mana Crypt over a bunch of turns. I did get lucky the last time we had Mana Crypt, though. Let's go and grab Soul Ring. That'll go into the hand, and then we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, but long story short, with Phenax, you can mill your opponent out using that activated ability of that last one. But what we're doing with this one, we're trying to set up the combo with Mind Crank and Dustmantle Guildmage. And the main reason we're using Phenax as the actual commander is because it allows us to have instant speed access to making our opponent mill out. And so basically what it's going to do, it's going to allow us to, let's say that we get down the combo piece, they have some sort of artifact removal. On Mind Crank, we can activate Trinket Mage in response to that spell, make them mill a few more cards, and that will get the combo going. So if you haven't played the combo before, you basically need some way to get a card into your opponent's graveyard as quickly as possible. And so Phenax definitely allows you to do that. Let's go and get down Soul Ring, and then let's go and go for Jace. Yeah, I like that. Let's get down Soul Ring, we'll go and go for Jace. But it said, have they removed it? And I guess, I guess they didn't, they made a copy of Trinket Mage, but they didn't, they realized they didn't have a 1-mana artifact. I just now saw that, so that's always a bummer. I hate that. Let's go and get down Jace. That's going to be 1-2. And then let's go ahead and go for that Brainstorm ability. I think that sounds pretty good. Zero card, draw 3 cards, put 2 back. Underground River, Dimir Signet, and Thirst for Knowledge. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and put... we do have Mystical Tutor, so if we want to shake some stuff up, we can put it on top and kind of shake it up. Let's go ahead and put Thirst for Knowledge on top. And then let's go ahead and put... since we do have 3 black-blue sources, we'll go ahead and put Island. Actually, we're going to put Underground River... Well, it doesn't really matter, so we'll just go ahead and put the Island back on top. Let's go ahead and get down Underground River, and that'll put us online for Mystical Tutor next turn, which I do like going for that. Okay, anything else? No, we'll just go and kick it over to our opponent. So we did put those 2 cards back on top. What we can do with Mystical Tutor is we'll search our library for an instant or sorcery card. Now, we can use that to grab one of our combo pieces, but we'll kind of see what our opponent rolls out for the turn before we decide to go what we want to go for with Mystical Tutor. And our opponent does get down Vesuva, making a copy of Temple of the False God. So there's definitely going to be online for some pretty good mana. And our opponent's going to get down Liliana. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go for Mystical Tutor. That way we can kind of shuffle up our library, put something on top, and then see what we're going to grab. Let's go and pop this out just a little bit bigger. You know what, let's just go and grab Demonic Tutor. I like that. That's going to keep us online for one of our combo pieces. And at the same time, let's say we want to go for something like Phenax Crank. We can also go for that and get some good stuff going on the battlefield. Opponent will get down Liliana, Death's Majesty, and get a 2-2 zombie going. So, ooh, there we go. Miss out on Villainous Wealth. I'll take that. Okay, we got Trinket Mage swinging in. Let's go and chump block on Trinket Mage, and then we'll get rid of the... Get rid of that Phantasmal Image into the graveyard. Now, that does put our opponent online for going for that -3 on Phantasmal Image, so we'll try to make sure that we don't get anything super good on the battlefield for them to make a copy of, at least at this point right now. Okay, drawn to Demonic Tutor. And let's go and go for Jace's Brainstorm ability, because that way if you don't like what's going on, we can always shuffle it up. Yeah, I think I like going for that, so let's go and do that. Let's go and go for the Brainstorm ability. Draw 3 cards. Let's go and put Trading Post on top, and just so we don't give our opponent any extra swamps, we're going to go and put Urborg on top since we have tons of mana on the battlefield. Let's go and get down Swamp. Let's go and go for Demonic Tutor. And let's go and get this popped out, and let's see what we want to grab. Yeah, let's go and go for Phynax Arena. We have Damnation in the hand. I like going for that. I want to get some really good card draw going. One of the downsides to the Minecraft combos, you can grab the wrong piece, or you'll get something that'll help you find the other piece that you don't necessarily need at that point right there. So let's go and tap down Soul Ring. Let's go for one more black mana. Let's go and get down Damir's Signet. Okay, and then anything else? No. Let's go and kick it back over to our opponent. So we got Phynax Arena on the battlefield. That's going to give us some really good card draw. There is one zombie on the battlefield, so they will be able to swing in at Jace if they want to. So what we can do is if they create another zombie, we can go for Damnation and kind of reset the board and still allow us to kind of keep brainstorming with Jace. We're also looking at getting down Phenax Crank, because if we do get the combo piece like I mentioned, ooh, there we go. Gilded Drake in the graveyard too. So if we can get down Phenax, we'll have access to that instant speed activation. But all right, they got the zombie token swinging in at Jace. Excuse me, they swung in at us. That's going to knock us down to 26, leaving Jace online. And our opponent will tap out for Damia. Now, it is very, very tempting to go for Phyrexian Metamorph on Damia, but since they only have 1 mana up at this point right now, I think I like going for Damnation. That's going to be a really good reset, and like I mentioned earlier, we still have access to some really good card advantage with Jace, so drawn to counterspell. Okay, let's go and do that. Let's go and brainstorm with Jace. Use the 0 ability. All right, so we do draw into Muddle the Mixture, and we do hit 2 more lands. And let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and put Temple of Deceit on top, and let's go and put Scrap Trawler on top. Let's go and get down Marsh Flats. Let's go and go for Damnation. That's going to take care of all the creatures on the battlefield. Now, we do need to watch out for Liliana's ultimate. We're only sitting at a -7 for that ultimate, so it's not the worst thing in the world that could happen. We can go for Phyrexian Metamorph on one of our artifacts, but at this point right now, I like leaving up Counterspell and also leaving up Muddle the Mixture. So with Muddle the Mixture, it does have a transmute ability of search your library for a card. We convert a mana cost too. So if we can somehow kind of dig into either Dust Mantle or Mind Crank, we'll be able to get that combo going. But I at least like leaving up Counterspell at this point right now. Now that is the downside to Damia, is you tap out for Damia in hopes that you're going to be able to untap and draw a bunch of cards. But if they have any sort of spot removal, that 7 mana just turns to 9 really quick. And it is really sometimes hard to kind of bounce back from that. Okay, opponent's going to go for Blatant Thievery. For each opponent, gain control of target permanent that player controls. They're going to go for Jace. Yeah, I don't mind going for Counterspell on this one, especially they don't have any blue mana up either. Okay, take care of that, and we'll still go ahead and go for that Marsh Flats activation. That way we can kind of shuffle up the top part of our library and get a fresh look at Jace. Okay, now one thing we do need to be cautious about in getting Phenax down is that if we do get Devotion online, they will be able to gain control of Phenax. It's not the end of the world, but if we can help it, I'd like to hold on to at least Phenax on our side of the battlefield. Let's go and crack Marsh Flats. Let's go and grab, actually, we'll go and grab Fetid Pools because that's going to enter the battlefield tap no matter what. Ooh, drawn to Vampiric Tutor, and then Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus. Okay, so that was actually a really good draw off of that. Let's do this. Let's go and go for Vampiric Tutor. Let's go and grab one of our combo pieces. And let's go and grab Mind Crank. Where are you? There we go. Let's grab Mind Crank. That's going to go on top. Let's go and go for the Brainstorm ability. And let's go and put Ethereum Sculptor. And then Temple of Deceit back on top. Let's go and tap out for Mind Crank. That's going to be 1/2 off Soul Ring. And then let's go ahead and transmute on Muddle the Mixture for Dust Mantle. Let's get this popped out just a little bit bigger. And then where are you? There we go. Dust Mantle Guild Mage. Okay, so we're going to grab Dust Mantle Guild Mage. And now we can go for Phyrexian Metamorph. Let's go and do this. Let's go and go for Phyrexian Metamorph, making a copy of Mindcrank. Might be a little bit overly cautious, but I want to make sure we have an extra copy of Mindcrank because that's what basically kind of stops the combo if they have any sort of artifact removal on Mindcrank. So we're going to have Phyrexian Metamorph enter the battlefield as a copy of Mindcrank. There we go. Anything else? No, we're going to go and kick the turn back over to our opponent. So next turn we go for Dust Mantle Guild Mage. That's going to be 1-2. Let's see how much, because we might actually be able to go for Dust Mantle Guild Mage activation with the first ability and the second ability. So if you have access to 7 total mana, you can actually get the combo going. Opponent's going to go for Temple of Malady. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're actually going to have just enough mana to tap out for Dust Mantle Guild Mage and actually go for the combo. So let's see what our opponent can roll out for the turn. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get Mindcrank going. The other cool thing about the deck is, let's say that we didn't get lucky with that Vampiric Tutor. Something like Tezzeret, you can see we have a ton of artifacts on the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go for Tezzeret, go for that -4 ability. We keep getting more artifacts going too. That's going to really help us kind of push that Tezzeret game plan, which is always fun to kind of get Tezzeret going off of that. All right, but let's see what we draw into, but more than likely we're going to at least be able to get that Dust Mantle Guildmate activation going to get those 2 cards going in the graveyard. All right, so we got the zombie swinging in at Jace. It's going to knock Jace down to 1. And then let's see what we draw into. Draw into Spellskite and then Welding Jar. Got some extra backup for the Mindcrank. So go and get down Welding Jar. Let's go and tap out for Dust Mantle Guild Mage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, well, since they're tapped out, I guess it's not technically going to matter, but we're going to go ahead and hold priority. We're going to go activate the first ability and then activate the second ability. That way both triggers are going to be on the stack. And actually, let's add the mana first. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold priority, activate the first ability, and then activate the first ability. All right, so whenever a card's put in the graveyard, they're going to lose a life, so that ability is going to resolve first. Now, the fun thing about the combo is that if something happens to Dust Mantle Guild Mage, it doesn't matter. Once we've activated Dust Mantle Guild Mage's ability, we are good to go. So we're going to go ahead and always yield to this, and then we get to see the fireworks happen right now. Always yield to Mindcrank. And then there we go. It's just going to loop out. So basically with the Mindcrank combo, what's going to happen is one of 2 things are going to happen. Either A, they run out of cards, or B, they run out of life. So pretty much the only way they can disrupt it is by getting rid of Mindcrank. As you can see, we've got some pretty good, look at that stack. Oh, look at the life total. That's why I love playing this combo online, because you get to see it visualized like that. There we go. So we're able to take care of Damia by getting the Mindcrank combo going. We did get really lucky, as you can tell, with them unbanning a lot of the powerful tutor cards. That really did help us kind of get a good game plan going. If we weren't able to get that Mindcrank combo going, like I mentioned earlier, we had a lot of good artifacts going on the battlefield, and we could have got some really good Tezzeret action going too. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.